Hello friends, I'm back. Missed you all. First I need to apologize for my voice. I have been sick with a cold, summer cold. It's not COVID. We test it every day, but still. Today I just wanted to do a Shop My Stash. I love these types of videos that I see on YouTube. So I'm going to try to make this a short one. So I went ahead and I prepped everything. I prepped my eyes using my P. Louise in collaboration with MMMMitchell, the Acid Rain in shade Blank Canvas. This will last you forever. My skin prep, Inkey, hyaluronic acid. I also used a little bit of the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I'm not impressed with this at all. I don't think it adds anything. I use niacinamide at night sometimes. By the Ordinary, I mix it in with my moisturizer, and I think I get more out of that than I do this. But it's pretty. I have it. I'm going to use it up. I also use my Ole Henrickson Banana Bright Face Primer. This has vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments. And it's a makeup primer. I love the smell of citrus. I love the smell of orange. Ole Henrickson is one of my favorite skincare brands. I also have a Banana Bright eye cream, I believe it's called, eye brightener. At any rate, highly, highly, highly recommend this stuff. And to top it all off, I sprayed a little bit of Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I'm almost out of this. I'm trying to use this up. I do have a bigger version of this. I love this setting spray. And I did put a little bit of Becca Cosmetics, RIP, the under eye brightening corrector. This is in the shade light to medium. This is a super emollient cream. I dip it in with my ring finger and I go under my eyes a little bit. And I also put a little bit up here. For some reason, I get a little shadowing here. I don't have a mustache, but I do get what I see as shadowing. So I kind of put a little bit, whatever's left, I dip one time in here and I dab both my eyes. And then whatever's left, I just kind of dab on my lip. So, let's get started. New glasses, who dis? So, I'll take them off. May have to put them back on to see some of these product names. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match Nude, the Hylauronic Serum Foundation. I have the shade 2-3 Light. And I'm going in with this big old Real Techniques body sponge. I really do like these sponges. I used them for quite a while. And somehow they got missing, so I just recently repurchased it. And I just take the wand, just kind of put that all over there. And let's hopefully blend this out pretty fast. I am mainly just going to the pharmacy today, and hopefully that's it. But I figured I'd do a little get ready with me, shop my stash, just to do that. And I think this is a little dark for some reason. Always had the hardest time shade matching. I wear SPF, but I still get sun on my face, and it never seems to match anything else, especially my neck. So usually I'll take whatever's left on my sponge or my foundation brush if I use that and just kind of put it down there. And this is what the foundation looks like. I do have a lot of texture, mainly here in my skin, and it's really pronounced when I do wear foundations. And I have crepey under eyes and wrinkly eyeballs. But that's what I'm working with. And for concealer, I'm going in with this Tinted Brightening Eye Cream. Looks like this is in the shade Mist. Super light coverage. But it has a very cool applicator tip on it. And it's got skincare properties in it. So, I've already put that brightener down. Let's get this started a little bit. There we go. And I just kind of put this under there. It does look very bright. A little too bright for me. But once it's blended out, it'll be fine. And it's super cooling already. So I'm going to go in and blend this out with, let's start with a sponge. It's a big old sponge. And I'm using the other end that has no foundation on it. See the difference? I don't feel like I have to go back in with the part that had the foundation like I normally do and blend that in, just because it is a very sheer formula and it gives just enough brightener to those under eyes. There's nothing I can do about this. It's hereditary. I've had it my whole life. And it's just what I deal with. It's there. Usually I try to get glasses that kind of conceal it, if you would. Which is why I opted this time to go with such bigger framed glasses. A little bit around my nose. Okay, brighten that up a little bit. So, and I will take it and just kind of blend it a little bit. Alrighty. Now, I will set it. I don't really feel like I necessarily have to, but I will set it. I'm going to go in and set it with this is actually a highlighter brush from Complex Culture. And I really like, I have used it for highlighter, but it's clean. But I'm going to go in with my Covergirl Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. This is in the shade 120 Fair. So, I'm not really using it to set it per se, as I am brighten it up a little bit. So, I'm just going to put a little bit right there. I really like this Serum foundation. You don't feel like you're wearing foundation at all. But it gives just the right amount of coverage. And I'm going in with a very soft setting powder. It's more like a finishing powder, really. And let's see. Let's do the eyes. I'm going in with a favorite palette of mine. This is by Ciate London. This is the Glitter Storm palette. This is Glitter Storm palette. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just satisfying? But you open her up and you have a nice mirror and you have beautiful, beautiful, deeper pink plum shades. These shades up here are a pressed glitter, and I'm barely touching these. And you get just enough to give you that oomph on your eye, and yet you don't have so much fallout, and it comes off really easy. It cleans really easy. So let's go in with the first shade I'm going to go in with, just to kind of get everything to blend good, is the shade, find my brush that I always use. There we go. I'm going to go in with my Morphe 504. Super big blending brush. You could use this for highlight. You use this for anything. I use it to blend shadows. So I'm going to go in with the shade. Again, this is why I need new spectacles. This is the shade. Wow. We'll do this. I'm going to go in with the shade Whirlwind. Then I'm going to put a little bit of Comet, which is this shade. Deepen it up a little bit with Solar. And what shimmer shade? I think I'll go in with a little bit of Firestorm. So, and you know what? I'll actually swatch the ones I'm going to use. Oh, they're so soft. And so this is the Firestorm shade. And here we go. This is the first shade. This is what I'm going to do, the crease color. And this is what I'm going to deepen it up with. And I'll swatch this again just so you can give it a better swatch. Looks like that. And that's what I'm going to put all over the lid. Basically all over that shadow probably. Alrighty, let's get started. A lot comes off. And let's... I have a little bit of psoriasis on my eyelids. Again, another reason I've kind of held off on filming anything. Just had some health issues. Not fun. Not fun at all. Starting to water. Real life, folks. This is real life. Alrighty. Now let's take a smaller brush. I'm going to take my Rephr 27. Again, I really highly recommend these brushes. I ended up finding mine on sale. One dip. I mean, look at that. So I will tap that off. I'll tap it off in the mirror. So when I go back and I need more, I'm just going to pick it right up off that mirror. We don't waste here on this channel. That is such a beautiful shade. Now, see, it's almost all gone. I'm going to dip into that. Tap it off again, and we'll come over here. I don't know if you can still get this palette on Ciate, London. If you can't, man, I would recommend you check some of these reseller sites. you know, be careful on eBay, but eBay, I think Depop, just several places you can go in and look and find good deals. This is definitely, I do have a lot of backups of some of my favorite palettes. And this was definitely one I regret not getting a backup, because as you can see, they're pretty well used. See if you can see it from the side. Hence why when I tap off on the mirror, I use that. So, alrighty. That's pretty deep. It was a pretty deep color anyway. I'm going to go back in and soften that up a little bit. I'm going to go in with a, this is a pretty big brush, but it gets the job done. This is a Bdellium Tools 787 Diffused Large Tapered Blending Brush. It's by Golden Triangle. These brushes, super pricey, but well worth it. The tip of it is just kind of, it is diffused a little bit. It's not very packed, but it will just, this one's a clean one. I'll just take this and I can just, you know, that first shade that I put down, you couldn't really see it, but it's there. And then I just take this brush and you can see my shadow is starting here, but I'm kind of going up there because I'm blending that lighter shade, that first shade, into that, and it kind of lightens up, softens the look a little bit. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to, here we go, I'm going to, you know what, yeah, I will deepen it a little bit. So I'm going to take that solar shade, and I'm just going to take a pencil brush. This is a Sigma E30. Tap it off a little bit, and just kind of dip. Not too much, but I'm that deep, dark, permanent crease line that I have. I'm going to take that shade and I'm just going to go over it. It's there. And does make it a little easier with shimmer shades if I define that a little bit, because naturally anything on that lid is going to transfer up to that when I open my eyes, see? So, I just kind of put that there. And I'll just put some down on the lid because we're going to cover it up. Just trust the process. There we go. I will take that first brush, this one, and just kind of go over it a little bit, very lightly, just to soften anything up and kind of blend it in with that one. Now I'm going to take my finger and go into that glitter shade. That's what it looks like, and I'm just tapping. It's one small dip that I did. And I'm just going, there's nothing wet on my eyes. The P. Louise has already been covered. And then come over here and get the same thing on my finger. And just tap. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. And if I wanted to add just a little bit more, which, you know what, I think I will, just for this video. I'm going to go in with that shade. And this one's, lot brighter. I'm going to put this in the center. Here we go. Love it, love it, love it. So, we're finished with this palette, and this is what the eyes look like. Nothing special, nothing spectacular, but beautiful to me. I love it. Now, we've got our foundation on, and it's pretty set down. So, let's go in with a little bronzer. Today, I'm going to use, I pulled out my number 7 bronzer. It looks like this. Reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Golden Sand. Number 7 bronzer. Let's take this on a Gerard Cosmetics brush. I'm going to get a little bit on my brush. And I'm just going to lightly, lightly. It's pretty pigmented. Forgot how pigmented this was. I actually brought out a spare in case this one wasn't, which was the Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder in the shade 01 Light. Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. It's huge. Such beautiful packaging too. But I'm not going to need it, so, I mean, all of it came off. And I'm just going to kind of tap it in, blend it a little bit. And we'll clean that up a little bit with powder. And I am going to take just a little bit on this is one of my favorite bronzer brushes. This is so precise. This is a Haki Hodo and Sephora Pro. I guess it was collaboration. I don't think they sell this brush anymore. This brush is amazing. And I'm just going to lightly. And then I'm going to use, I remember, and this came in a box. I mean, it was a whole to-do. And the instructions said to use it on the side for a more diffused look versus going straight in that way. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lightly go in. And you can really tell the difference in this brush and using this brush. This was an Gerard Cosmetics. I can't remember if I said that or not. But let's just kind of soften this up a little bit. And if I still don't like it, I'll go over it with my powder. And I'm going to use the shade Gaity by NARS. Let's see. We're going to put this on this is a Marc Jacobs, the blush brush. Tap that off. That's what she looks like. I'll swatch it. Let's see. Just a really, really pretty baby pink. So, let's see. Ooh, that shows up pretty. I always take my blush up high. I was kind of worried this wasn't going to look very good with the eyes, but it works. It's my face. I like it. That's what I'm going with. So I'm going to smile and tap. Smile and tap. A little bit on the nose. And then we're going to go in with, let's go ahead and set this a little bit. I'm going in with my Hourglass Ambient lighting powder. This is in the shade Diffused Light. There she is. She is well loved. And I'm going to take that on a big old fluffy brush. This is a Japanesque. I can't read the number. Big old fluffy brush that came from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. And I'm just going to kind of, I really like to set this part of my face, especially if I'm having to go somewhere. I don't want to be moving my neck up or my shoulders or whatnot and get makeup. I'm not wearing this shirt out, obviously. But I don't want makeup all on this. And when I'm going to go change, I don't want makeup to come off on all of my clothes. Especially if you're going to wear white, which probably best to put that on and maybe wear something over it, maybe a button-up top while you get ready. That way, when you're done, you can just take it off. Alrighty. Now, I already did do a little bit to my brows. I used this ColourPop Brow Boss pencil, and I actually grabbed it thinking it was my my favorite one, my Bangin' Brunette. It was not. This is in the shade light brown. The tip of it is a little bit, you can see it, a little bit thicker than the one that I use, and it's not as nearly as creamy. So we're going to find my, where'd you go? Here, find my DipBrow and get some of that off, because I'm not going for a full thing. I'm not even going to wear mascara. And I'm just going to kind of lightly run that through. Just to give a little bit of color to them. Okay. For highlight, I pulled out this big old thing. This is from Catrice and Sungasm. This is a face and body highlighter. This huge, and I've used it several times. It looks pretty peachy in the pan, but swatched, oh, it's beautiful. So I'm going to put a little bit on my shoulders and a little bit on my face. Let's start with the shoulders first. I'm going to go in with the more concentrated brush. This is the A23, a classic. So many dupes for this. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my shoulders. I don't know if you can even really see it. There we go. See it a little bit on this side. A little bit of the light is hitting this side. And then, you know what? I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to go in. Get my face glowing. I'm still in 2016 highlight mode. Alrighty. Not going to mascara, but I will curl my lashes up a little bit. Best eyelash color, Dollar Tree. Sassy and Chic, I think is what the name brand is. So it gives it just a little bit of lift. See if you can see it up against the white dresser. Typically, I have to use waterproof mascara to hold my brows, and because I have watery eyelids. And this is probably unpopular, but for some reason I can get off waterproof mascara so much better than I can regular. It's strange. Most people complain about that's hard to get off. To me, it's the exact opposite. So for lips, I'm going in with Thrive Cosmetics lip filler lip liner. This is in the shade Spectacles again. Guerlain, it looks like. Gizlam. I don't know. It's this color. Very pretty, very flattering. Sometimes I even just wear this alone. Just fill my lips in. I will fill them in. And I'm going to top that with, this is the L'Oreal Paris. This is, I forgot what it was called, but this is in the shade Rose Harmony 120. For some, this is almost like a hybrid between a balm and a gloss. And it's almost my natural lip color. The same as that lip liner, which is why I guess I love these products so much. But it goes on like that. And see how it's, need to exfoliate my lips, but now I'm going to go in and get everything kind of smoothed, excuse me, in place. And take, this is another oldie but goodie. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Jolly Good. This was the collaboration with Kelly Osborne. It has a little bit lighter and a little bit darker tones to it. And what I will do with this sometimes is I will take a I just had that brush. What did I do with it? Here we go. I'll take a you know, pretty dense face brush, and this is Marc Jacobs, the Face 1, and I'll just kind of swirl it around in there. Get a little bit up there. It's not that, it didn't come off that deep. And I will just kind of hit some of the highlights, or just kind of get around in here. And it just adds such a pretty glow without feeling cakey. Yeah, I really like this. Have a couple of those skin finishes. And to finish it all off, we're going to go in with another fave. This is the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. This is, I do believe, the shade Coconut. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. Spray a little bit of that. Perfect. I love that. Love, love, love. I do not have an affiliate code with Gerard Cosmetics. However, the owner, Jen Gerard, she does. And go to her channel, check her out. She's on Instagram. She's on YouTube. She's on all platforms. But the code that she provides, when you use that code, all of that goes to animal care. So she's a beautiful dog. She's a beautiful dog, and I actually adore her. She's so super nice. So go, do something good if you order anything from Gerard Cosmetics, use Jen's code, Jen Gerard's code. Or if you have a favorite YouTuber that does have affiliates with Gerard Cosmetics, use their code for money off. They have amazing products, way too underrated in my honest opinion. All right, guys, this is it. Let's take the hair down, see how rough that looks. Put my glasses back on. And this is the finished look. Bye, guys. Have a good day.